Are you surprised that the team has stayed together?
Wow, what a question.
First of all, there's no backstabbing going on here. I'm amazed that you would even make a statement like that.
Fair play. Yeah. He went in just to antagonize.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. That's he knew what he was trying to do with that comment.
Yeah, definitely. It's lazy journalism.
Michael Jordan actually said to lose a game to the Nets, his team would have to, quote, fall asleep.
This is a sweep. Bring the brooms out 3-0. Move on to the next series.
What time is it? Game time. Move.
The playoffs is the playoffs.
I do love this element
to be able to play against
sport.
And the opening tip, and it'll be Bulls possession. And here is Curry.
Oh.
Tied at 89. We go to overtime.
Michael dumps the ball and a foul. The Bulls win it.
He kind of looked like the Michael Jordan of 1993.
Johnson gets he could not get it off. Knocked away by Grant. It's all over.
In the back of my mind, I knew that was probably my last game. He was my rock. We were very close. I remember in 9th grade, I got suspended 3 times in 1 year. You don't look like you're headed in the right direction. You can forget sports. That's all I need to hear.
He had a very strong influence on Michael's life.
You knew Michael. You pretty much knew James.
The game was over. He'd walk that kid into the locker room. The kid would just be through the...
James and Dolores Jordan remained an anchor for him.
To tell you how proud I am, I'd have to search for more words.
What's the reason that always drove and challenged me?
I was supposed to pick up Michael's father from the airport. He was supposed to come into town for a charity event. I called his mom and said, hey, Pops isn't here.
When we didn't hear from him, we both thought, well, okay, they're still playing golf.
He drives and goes down to Wilmington to visit old friends. When she got worried, we all got worried.
Has not been seen for 3 weeks. His car was found stripped and hidden in some woods near Fayetteville, North Carolina.
He just got tired. Instead of driving, he pulled off and he just took a nap.
Investigators say Jordan was driving late at night when he pulled off the road to take a nap.
2 18-year-old men are charged with the robbery and murder of James Jordan.
Ah, Jesus, I did not see that coming.
No.
I thought it was going to be like he had a heart attack at a golf club.
Yeah, I thought he passed away. They can contact him. Wow.
Yeah, did not expect it was going to be that he had been murdered.
That's crazy.
Wow. Oh, geez.
It's just such a horrible, hard thing to talk about.
We all were together, and it was devastating. My mother was so strong.
He'd been there. A lot of things he wouldn't share with anybody else. He shared with his dad.
One of the things that he always taught me is that you have to take a negative and turn it into a positive.
When his dad was murdered, not journalism's finest hour.
That was really bad. That's
really what I mean about the media. So
I mean, that was really cheap shot stuff.
It wasn't from the people that I loved.
Basketball superstar Michael Jordan issued a statement Thursday. He expressed that he was outraged by some media speculation. Jordan said, I simply cannot comprehend how others could intentionally pour salt in my open wound.
To connect that horrible incident to Michael Jordan's gambling.
That's the thing though, right? Where's the accountability? Did anyone lose their job? Did the journalists get chucked out? Go get yourself a new job somewhere?
No.
Nothing, because they just get away with it. Oh, it's going to wind me up.
Take any emotion out of it. They haven't done anything wrong to be reprimanded. They've speculated. They haven't said there was side to it.
But with that influence becomes responsibility. And when you feed that narrative in, you have got to be responsible with what you are doing, because otherwise you are going to start driving hate and you're going to start splitting communities. It's exactly what they do.
They don't care. They want to sell. No. They want to sell newspapers. Gets to a point where writing positive stuff about Jordan, everyone's doing that now. Like in the beginning, like people would want to read it for that when he's at the top. Now the only way to keep selling those papers is to start saying negative stuff about him. And this was perfect for them.
Which to me would say, are you that good of a journalist?
Exactly. They would have eaten this story up,
Yeah.
Spun it as well in many ways as they could.
It's bad. What a time to hit.
What is still unclear and will be for some time is what effect this tragedy will have on Michael Jordan.
Basketball? I haven't even thought about basketball.
I said, you're not going to believe this, but Michael wants to retire.
I fulfilled my responsibility to the city.
I did not try to talk him out of it.
And I told Phil, I said, look, I'm about here. I'm about done. I have no more challenges. I have no motivation.
You're denying a gift to society, but I understand.
I like Phil.
Of the American League.
He threw out the first pitch of Game 1 of the ALCS.
Breaking story here. The Chicago Bulls have called a press conference for tomorrow morning.
So all hell broke out at the ballpark on a Tuesday.
Jordan speeding away from Comiskey Park without comment.
Chicago Bulls have confirmed that Michael Jordan will announce his retirement effective immediately.
Our coverage will begin this morning at 11 o'clock Eastern Time.
Close to 100 cameras from around the world and 3 times as many reporters.
That's a tribute to Michael Jordan.
Here's Michael Jordan right now, taking his place at the podium.
This is a very bittersweet day.
I guess the biggest positive thing that I can take out of My father not being here with me today is that he saw my last basketball game. I was at peace with that decision.
What would happen if, say, a player, let's use baseball as an example, so they get a 754-year contract, and after 4 years, let's say for personal reasons they want to retire, do they need to get permission for that, or can they actually just walk away from the contract?
I guess you'd have to come to some sort of arrangement around money, because they're not going to pay you for your last 2 years.
Oh no, of course not. Yeah, so does it just come down to whether they're happy for you to write yourself out of the contract? It'd be crazy in this scenario, even though he's got really good reasons for wanting to do it, if they did just let him walk away, like Princess Diana for us.
Michael did leave abruptly in the middle of a gambling investigation.
Was this a secret suspension?
How can I phrase this delicately? It's total bullshit. Nobody had concrete facts. Nobody had anything.
Ridiculous. It never, no basis in fact, whatever.
I needed a break. My father just passed, and I retired.
The summer of '92, and it's the dream team summer. I said, so what are you gonna do? No, I'm gonna quit and go play baseball. Bird and Magic never won 3 in a row, and I gotta do the Olympics.
Thank you all for coming out here today and getting a glimpse of Michael. I'd like to announce that the Chicago White Sox are extending an invitation to Major League Camp in Sarasota.
Along with the Bulls, I owned the Chicago White Sox. I continued paying him his basketball contract.
Picture this now. Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, 3-2. Michael Jordan takes one out of the yard.
That's try to follow one of the dreams that I had when I was a kid.
It's crazy.
Yeah, really.
His father always wanted him to play baseball.
Do you recall your last conversation with him?
Think about retiring. I want to go play baseball.
It was always his father's dream that he'd be a baseball player.
So I said, Michael, let's understand something here. I said, the workouts are going to be totally different. This is going to be detrimental to your basketball game.
We don't send anybody to AA after they come out of college or high school. The press facilities were inadequate below AA. So put him at AA.
I was going to say this. It wouldn't matter if he's like the worst baseball player that ever existed. You'd still take him just because of the amount of media attention it's going to drive and
the money he's going to make you as well. It's going to
and for all the negative things I do say about the media, one thing is that it's good for money.
Yeah, definitely.
So. Yeah, it's crazy they had to put him in AA just for the media.
Yeah.
Never has one rookie gotten so much attention.
After I met him, I realized quickly how much he respected what we were doing. He started out with a 13-game hitting streak.
Jordan, base hit left field.
Now they're trying to get him out with breaking balls. And he's swinging at every one of them that came up there.
That hitting streak in April was kind of a fluke.
I think his chances of being any good at all are almost nil.
Baggett, Michael, Jordan embarrasses baseball. I remember seeing that and thinking, oh no. He never spoke to anybody from Sports Illustrated again.
My father already told me I was doing the right thing. That fueled me more so than anything, and it drove me to make this thing work.
His work ethic was the best I've ever been around. And he kept getting better and better and better.
And he hit over 200.
I think the time away in baseball freed his mind of, obviously what had happened to his father. I think he enjoyed it immensely.
They treated me just as, I wanted to be treated.
He was like a kid again.
That's mad. You could have got him you could have given him the best trainers around, because when you've got someone who's got the work ethic like he has and desire to win, he could have done something like, if you'd actually invested it.
He said if it had 1,500 at-bats, he could have made it to Major League.
And it's just, when someone works that hard, give them
turn their hand at anything, really.
I'm surprised some celeb baseball players at the time didn't offer any help.
Yeah.
Every time we would play good and we were winning games, everything was okay. He would say, you motherfuckers didn't do a thing today.
And so he talked trash in practice. He went at guys.
He wants to win, and you got to earn everything in Chicago.
I mean, they just rode Scotty.
If you could go out there, 290-some jobs for you. What Scotty was lacking was a commitment, determination, seriousness. I tried to get him to fight me a couple times.
So annoying.
In a good sense. Just to get him. He's such a nice guy.
It's tough. Tough love. I mean, you got to go out there and do your job.
I'd have to talk a little bit about toning it down and make amends.
My mentality was to go out and win at any cost.
People were afraid of him.
I think I would work better on a team with Jordan than you would, because I think he's always got to be right 100% of the time. You're a bit like that, whereas I'd just be like, yeah, okay, all right, and I'd sort of get on with it. But
I get what he's doing, but not everyone responds the same.
You'd have to keep going back at him, and it would just escalate, and it would just be a nightmare.
He crossed the line numerous times.
He was pushing us all to be better.
I needed him to
Thinking
be
we hadn't seen
the
Pippen for a
bad
while.
guy, the tough guy.
Come on, Chico Jordan. Come on, Chico Jordan. You better do something right.
It's a great opportunity for ball players that have wanted larger roles on this team to step up and fill some shoes. I mean, Our lives goes on, the game goes on, basketball goes on.
I think they'll still be good. They'll be missing that edge.
Scotty was our prime motivator.
Michael would just bludgeon everybody around him, and Scotty was the much softer touch.
Everyone expected me to try to be the man.
Coach, I heard Chuck Daly the other day say, let's see the triangle offense work now without Michael. Wait till I see Chuck.
That 1 year, his star player was Pippen. He's a facilitator. They ran the triangle to perfection.
Another surprise for the Bulls has been the emergence of rookie Tony Kukoc.
Number 7 in Europe is the most popular number on the continent.
Obviously, you need a time to prove some things to each other.
And the Chicago Bulls will advance.
We ended up playing the Knicks in the East semis. We were down 2-0, and we were trying to get back in the series.
I did hit a lot of last-second shots.
I felt like it was an insult coming from Phil.
He's had this MVP caliber season.
You in or out? And he said, I'm out.
Scotty's going to sit here. Kukoc for the win.
Oh, wow. Now Scott looks like a massive idiot, doesn't he?
Yeah, he quit on us, and that we couldn't believe that happened.
What he did, you don't expect a teammate to do.
Bill Cartwright gets up and makes this speech.
Tears coming down his face.
Scotty was in tears and upset, and he realized I made a mistake. I thought it was bigger than the game. I'm not.
It's always going to come back to haunt him at some point in some conversation.
All respected his apology, and we move forward. We lost in 7 games to the Knicks in the Garden.
It's no different from a fan, you know. I like being around the game. I like watching the game.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Rodders.
All alone. And that's what usually happens. Chicago is going to take the 2 games at home. And filling the lane is Burrell with the easy look.
Burrell, 9 of 11 shooting, 23 points.
And the Chicago Bulls sweep the first round series.
It was business when I was on the court. He was a good guy to be around off the court. You can relax around him off the court.
If I was to get in a car and drive 14 hours in any direction in this country, I would end up in the sea. In the whole of the United Kingdom, I would end up in the sea.
Oh, we can do it. So,
John
O'Groats to Land's End
Yeah,
is
yeah.
837 miles.
Yeah. Oh, you're not going to tell me
I
how
would
long?
recommend taking 10 days.
No, that's wrong.
I don't know if
That's cycling.
If you don't know, John O'Groats is in Scotland. Land's End is right down southwest. It's the 2 furthest points away from each other in the UK.
13 hours, 25 minutes.
Oh, that's from my location. I was trying to do the furthest one.
It'd be about 14 hours, not 10 days.
Nice.
Was he a nice guy? Couldn't have been nice. With that kind of mentality he had, you can't be a nice guy.
Winning has a price, and leadership has a price. I challenge people when they don't want to be challenged. They didn't endure all the things that I endured.
And Jordan came down hard and is injured. But he played his heart out.
Once you join the team, you live at a certain standard that I played the game. I wanted to win, but I wanted them to win and be a part of that as well. That was my mentality. Break.
Ooh, seemed to get him a little bit there.
Yeah, to be fair, biggest. I mean, I can't imagine. He didn't seem like he was a horrible guy at all. He just wanted to win, and I think that guy was right when he said that you really have to want to win as much as him, or love the game of basketball as much as him. And
because when you're leading people, you'll know as a leader. I'm a leader in my job.
Yeah.
People that respond in different ways to different things.
Yeah.
Going that full on, not everyone's going to respond to that.
No.
But yeah, no, he
Get
was
the best
definitely
out of some, not as good out of the other. Big takeaway for me was Pippen. Confused by that statement he said where he wouldn't do anything differently. I can only assume maybe it goes deeper than that and he wouldn't do anything differently because he took some life learning from that situation. I don't know. But,
maybe they made the shot without him, so why would he change that? For the goodness of the team, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a weird one. Yeah, I'd like to know your thoughts on that. I'd like to know your thoughts on everything.
Yeah.
Not everything, just this video.
I mean, it's good that they were able to move past in carry on because obviously good things came of that.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. But yeah, we're getting to the climax now. It's getting exciting. Thank you for being with us for this one. Let us know your comments and we'll see you on the next one.